nerds? Welcome to Legends Reroll, a TTRPG podcast where we role play through classic stories. I'm doing a different one this time. I tried a different tone. Is it working?
No.
Your face is... Your faces say it is not working.
I love you.
I was just very caught off guard.
It was just unexpected.
You both alarmed and intrigued.
I thought this was definitely getting cut.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm going to clack you.
I
It's
don't-
going to get you in the
don't do
mindset.
it.
It's going to get you in the mindset.
Ready?
And a 3, and a 2, and a 1.
Sup, nerds? Welcome to Legends Reroll, a TTRPG hop. A TTRPG podcast where we role play through classic stories. For our first season...
I was just starting
Yeah, we're
over.
going to start this whole thing over. What's up, nerds? Welcome to Legends Rerolled, a TTRPG podcast where we role play through classic stories. For our first season, we're reimagining L. Frank Baum's The Wizard of Oz in D&D 5e with just a dash of homebrew. My name is Sean Dougherty, and I will be your game master. Joining me for this and every episode, playing Sonny Crowley, Celine Trella.
Sup?
Delores Thatch is the bad bitch herself, Brooke Simone.
It is I.
As Terry Tinman, Justyn Trella. And as Cal Broadtooth, Jake DiBlasi.
Also,
Was that more or less uncomfortable than my original opening?
much better.
Wow.
You had a little titter of laugh, which I found
A little
endearing.
little titter.
It felt everyone like included in the mirth and the
I like
Okay,
the
okay.
drop of tone. It brought us in.
That's nice. Okay. All right. I'm this is a work in progress and we're all getting better together every day. So, last time our heroes did the Shuttertown entertainment. They were professional wrestlers, all had very fun announcements, announcing. You wrote your own announcements, your own intros. Entrances. You guys wrote your own entrances. It was very fun. You guys did a great job. You kicked the shit out of my wrestling idea, and you celebrated. And I think that was every single thing that happened. There was nothing else that happened that was worthy of note, right?
I choose to have been blackout drunk for the last 3 seconds.
Yeah, that's all that happened.
I think so,
Nothing
right?
else happened.
Oh, there was a weird chair.
Oh, there was a weird
yeah,
chair.
yeah,
There was a
stool
weird chair.
Gotcha.
And a very sad crow sound, which is the part we're not remembering.
No, you guys didn't actually hear that. So, we're going to pick up right where we left off. Terry and Nick are in the middle of their argument. Terry has hucked Nick off into the distance. He has landed thwunk with his mouth and nose in the dirt and is all like...
I take Nick and I huck him a ways away, like a real long ways away. I take him and I just huck him out into a field off the yellow.
So you huck him into this field and you hear his blade, which is also his like nose and mouth, thunk into the ground and just muffled like...
Guys, we have to do this from time to time. Just let him go. Terry stares at his wrist like there's a watch there or something.
Yeah.
And now he goes over, takes Nick out of the ground.
Thunk. All right, I'm better. Sorry.
Are you good now?
Yeah. I realize now that you guys are all going through emotional turmoil.
This is a very emotional
and
time
it
going
wasn't
over
the
here.
time to defend
He
Garth.
arrested her father.
Yeah, I understand
Okay.
that. I don't have a dad myself, so I don't understand like that whole thing.
And I friggin' hate my dad, so I totally get that.
Yeah, but so like I don't know exactly, and I just thought it was a less of a big deal than it is. It's a big deal. I get it.
Listen,
I
it's okay.
love my father.
It's okay, buddy. I love you.
Oh, that's,
Give him a little smooch.
thanks, buddy.
He's
Pop
a
him
good
back-
guy.
pop
He
him back
was.
in his
He
little
was a
spot.
great king. My father. Good times.
What about your dad, Delores?
Oh, we don't need to get into that.
That's fair.
All right.
Terry reaches over, gives a silent high five to Delores,
Yeah, we're distant.
Huh.
and
Well,
a
my
knowing
dad's- so
high
that's
five.
similar
Yeah.
in distance.
My dad is also very distant right now.
And getting more distant as the moments go.
Oh.
Isn't that sad?
Well, we
To
should.
the wizard, we should go.
Yeah,
we
we
need
should
to
keep
move. We need to
going.
go. We need to go.
Alternately, we just go. Did you guys tell me what happened? You did before.
What do you mean?
I said, what happened? And you said, your friend's a dick.
I
And
said he arrested my dad.
Yeah, oh, did you?
I did.
Oh, all right.
That was
Did
the
we go
unhappy
rescue
news.
him?
What?
Did we go rescue him?
No, we gotta go talk to the wizard because the wizard's the reason why he's getting imprisoned. So if we talk to the wizard, maybe we can get him released.
Okay.
And if not, then we're going to go jailbreak my dad.
Okay.
All right. So you guys head over to the edge of the field of poppy. And Delores, you have a scroll in front of you in a language that you've never seen, but somehow you understand, as if it might be the language of magic.
Wow. Do I read it? Is it time? Is it time to read it?
It is time.
I read the scroll.
And as you finish reading it, a storm cloud appears like 1.5 feet off the ground and starts to travel along this field of poppy towards the mist that you cannot see through. And as it goes, it puts a nice sheen of snow and ice and hail along the ground, covering up the poppies, allowing you to walk safely.
We
walk safely.
Yeah.
So you guys...
We
link arms.
Perhaps
and
if we
skip.
skipped
We
along
link
this
arms
ice
and
and
skip.
snow, it would be best.
Makes
That
us
sounds
feel better.
safe.
I have nothing to say. So
Perfect.
you guys, you start along this path, these fields, and Cal,
Yeah.
as you're walking,
No. I drink instead. Let's not.
you feel the tiniest little tug on your fur
Oh.
on the floor.
Okay. I look.
And running along this path of ice and snow is looks like a chipmunk. And he has for him, a gigantic, and for you, a very tiny note in his hand.
I pick him up. I got him on my paw.
I got a note.
What's it say?
It says, for Cal.
What's it say on the inside?
I didn't read it. I'm not rude. I'm a
can I
chipmunk.
make
I'm not a dick.
Can I make an insight check?
On this chipmunk? About if he's rude or not?
To
On
see
if
if
he's
he read
ready?
it, yeah.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah.
Check his rudeness.
13.
He seems really affronted that you'd think he would read your letter. That's rude.
All right, I put him on my shoulder. I read the letter.
Okay, the letter says, and he hops off your shoulder as soon as you release him and he goes away.
Should have ate him.
Holy hell, Cal. Jesus.
My God.
It's my job.
It says, watch your step. And then after step, there's a parentheses. And in the parentheses, it says, in field nutcracker.
Did he?
Step in field.
Is he sharing this information with us?
Did said it twice on the note?
Yes, it did.
Watch. I look down.
There's ice. It's slippery. You should probably watch your step.
That's good advice. Just some help from a fellow
Did you just get a note from
monarch.
a chipmunk?
No, from a monarch.
Oh.
It said to be careful where we're walking.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, right. I forgot you had
Yeah, from
political issues with the
did
chipmunk
we
people.
did he
a while
From
back.
did he relay the information of the note though?
He
to
said
us?
to watch your step. He said to check
yeah.
his
Careful.
foot.
But in the
Wait,
Steppenfield
No.
Nutcracker? No, he didn't say that?
No.
Just watch your
Give me that
step?
note, Cal.
Okay.
I read it.
It says, watch your step in field nutcracker. Step in
have.
field nutcracker.
A Steppenfield
This feels very ominous, and I don't know if there's any clue here that we can go off of, but I guess we got to just keep going and watch our step.
Yep.
In field.
We have to watch our step in the field?
Nutcracker. Yeah.
And we're off.
Does the chipmunk fall asleep as he leaves a circle?
No, because the snow and ice persists for a little bit behind you.
Oh.
It has to melt away naturally, so he is able to scamper back across, at least out of your sight.
But we have snow.
Yeah.
Can I throw a snowball at him as he's leaving?
Yeah. Give me a
Petty
attack roll.
revenge.
21.
Nice.
21. I was gonna say it was an AC of 20 because he's a very small target. He's very far away. So yeah, you pick up a snowball, pack, give it a little spit so it's a little harder, and then you huck it, and you just hear from very far away, and then nothing.
This makes me feel better. I no longer feel bad about your father, and I'm sorry about that. Now I feel bad about not feeling bad.
Feel bad.
I can't. It's done. All right.
You're very...
What about now? You feel bad?
No, I don't. I can't anymore. It's gone. The emotion, once it leaves, it's...
I turn my back to Cal.
So you guys continue through, and it feels like you're walking for hours. You might be walking for hours. And eventually you get to this mist, and you walk through it, and in front of you, you see the bog that used to be the Emerald City. Trees tower over everything. Some are the size of redwoods, with long, craggly branches draped with hanging moss. Roots crack through green pavement and tinted green windows. Most of the buildings have only one remaining wall, as wildlife and vegetation have rampaged through this former city. As the carpet of poppies comes to an abrupt halt, your spell dissipates over a patch of mud, making it stable enough for you to stand while you plan your next move. There is a small dock with a long canoe to your left. This leads to a waterway through the stagnancy of the bog, where you could try to find the center. To your left, a rope ladder that leads to a nearby roof, where you may be able to traverse above the water while getting your bearings.
These are good options.
I'm sorry, just to recap. We can go roofs or water.
Rope.
That
bridge
seems
too,
to be
right?
the option.
All right, so you guys up or through? I'm feeling particular to up, personally.
I would agree,
I think
personally.
Yeah.
Are you going to be any good at that, Terry?
I'm going to be great. I'm going to be so good at it.
At climbing up
Oh,
a
yeah.
ladder?
Oh, yeah. I got it.
You
Don't
got
worry
it.
about it.
You got it.
Yeah, I got it.
All right.
Is there oars for the boat?
There are oars.
I take those and then I climb up the tree. I'm adding them to my inventory, guys.
You have 2 oars. They function as quarterstaffs.
Oh, good.
Cool.
So I now
I'm
literally
at
have no
half-staff.
other option but to go with them, right?
Yeah, it seems so. Unless you have some kind of propeller for a boat or a
did you want
outboard
these?
motor.
Can I use Nick
I
the
mean-
Chopper as a fight? No, I wouldn't.
Yeah,
I
you
wouldn't.
absolutely would.
I wouldn't do that. He would get all rusty,
Yeah.
and then he'd be pissed at
Jerry,
me.
I don't think this. I really think this is.
It's incredible that you're underwater psychically.
No, yeah.
No,
He's very committed.
very committed. I love
Vocal
it. I know
fry.
I do.
Yeah. So, you guys going up?
I follow these guys.
All right. So you guys are up above the water, and as you look out, you can see all of these this really dense animal life. You see eels and bats, giant insects and spiders, snakes and lizards. And a little far away, you can see an alligator swimming right below the surface. And he looks like he might be wearing bifocals. And
Cool.
I want everyone to give me an athletics check as you try to hop from one roof to the next.
Turns out this is great.
Can this be acrobatics?
It can be acrobatic.
Oh.
Turns out this is great for me now.
12.
12?
That's a 22.
22.
It's a 15?
As long as it's
15?
athletics, that is great for me.
I also did not do very good. Oh, not that bad.
A 5er? All right, Sonny. You go to jump from one building to the other, and you don't and basically a slight breeze comes by, which is rare in a swamp, but that is enough to fuck up your trajectory, and you just kind of whoosh sideways off of the roof.
Damn.
And you can try and steer where you flutter down. Give me another acrobatics check.
I'm not at all close enough to try and grab her as she floats off, right?
You said you got a 20.
2.
With a 22, I'll give you a chance. Give me a
To try and grab her.
to try and grab it.
You better.
Oh no.
What?
Do that first, and then if I need
give me
to
the
roll,
same.
I'll do that then.
Athletics
It's fine.
check. That's a 21.
So as you're about to flutter off into the woods, you get Terry time bombed. As Nick is able to just scoop under you, and Terry brings you back to the roof.
Out of curiosity, what did you roll?
Yeah, what was that second
Oh,
one?
No, it was a 4.
Terribly.
All right.
I scoop you back onto the roof, and I'm like, Scareman, listen to me.
I'm sorry.
You gotta watch out for the breezes around here because they come thick and fast.
It
You
was
gotta watch out for 'em.
unexpected. The only breezes I really experienced when I was still nailed to my stick, so I didn't go anywhere. That was a new learning curve.
Well, now you know.
Now I know.
Now you know.
Check the wind before I jump. Got it.
As you guys, you continue.
Lick your straw fucking finger and put it up in the air.
Exactly.
Your tongue is dry because it's burlap, so you'd have to get someone else to lick your finger.
Can someone lick my finger?
I lick it. My tongue is also dry because I'm a
he's a
cat. But I'll lick it.
But it's so much cleaner now.
Yeah.
You guys continue to hop from roof to roof as you get further into the city. The air is just thick and sticky and humid. And
I was gonna say, much like in our recording room.
I thought you meant your vagina because you pointed down.
Look like that. Yeah.
So
Humid
Am I right,
sticky.
guys?
You're welcome.
Ew.
guns up, guys. I don't know what that means.
I think a vagina is very similar to a bog, yes.
Yes.
lot of wildlife.
I was going to say a lot of life springs from that.
There you go.
Okay, so you guys are going, and specifically Terry and Brooke, it feels like every 30 or 40 feet, it feels like there's a spider web on your face, but you can't find it. It's
Gross.
Just like,
Oh, I hate this for
it's
me.
really uncomfortable. And then after a little while, you see off in the distance a shattered glass dome, and the remnants of it look like it was, when it was whole, about the size of the domed roof in Grand Central Station.
Ooh.
It's like that. Green glass, really intricate designs of different colors of green glass. It's almost like stained glass, but without the adhesive in between, where the glass just flows one right into the other. And popping out of this shattered dome is a red maple tree. It is a shock of red in the middle of this green bog. And this maple tree is one of those that look like it's the size of a redwood. And it seems to be the center focal point of this, at least this bog. It might not have been the center point of the Emerald City, but it looks like that's the center of the bog.
Let's go that way.
I agree.
Right? I'm assuming that's where the wizard would probably be.
Yeah, let's head that way.
Have we seen any crows?
You haven't... Actually, yeah, give me a perception check.
Have you guys seen any crows?
Give me a perception check.
Natural 20, never mind. I saw them if
He's
they
so
were there.
perceptive.
It's been a very hot and cold
That's
day.
17,
17?
but I'm assuming
22.
natural 20 if he's found.
You guys all have been keeping an eye out on the birds specifically. You have seen ravens, you have seen blackbirds, and you have seen one or two crows, along with vultures and other carrion-eating birds. So there's a lot of carrion-eaters here.
Have we seen any crows or blackbirds or ravens or magpies or, going in and out of the big tree area direction space?
Ooh,
Specifically flying
fair.
in and out.
Give me a percentile roll, Jake.
Ooh.
This is new.
Percentile.
It's sexy. I like it. Am I aiming high?
You tell me. You aiming high or you aiming low?
This is the worst. I'll go high.
You're going high.
Yeah.
Let's see what you get.
29.
29. Nope. No one's leaving messages. You do see a couple birds fluttering in and out of the tree, but they're high enough where it doesn't look like they're interacting with anything else.
If your dad wasn't a crow, I'd eat one of these.
There's a bird. Wait.
You guys continue towards what I'm calling the Maple Building. As you get there, there is a raised town square that is untouched by the water. There is a large staircase that climbs up from this town square up to the foot of that maple tree. There is a clear path for you guys to kind of clamber down. As you do, you all step foot into the square, and suddenly you are all somewhere else. I'm going to ask three of you to leave the room. So the order is going to be Cal, Sonny, Terry, Delores. So if the rest of you wouldn't mind leaving, I have some business with Cal here.
Good luck.
I would
Cal.
love nothing more than to leave right now. I'm schwitzing like a thing that schwitzes.
Like a man in a hot basement.
Like we're in a bog.
So Cal,
Hey, you guys gotta stop talking. To the upstairs. These guys, sometimes. I'll
Right.
tell you.
what were you going to tell me?
I forgot.
Okay. You are, you appear in a tree, and you're at the top of this hill. You look around and you see the various buildings in this section of the city, which are all completely destroyed. You notice signage. This seems like it might have been the Vice District.
Oh, good.
So there's a sign that most of the words are completely unreadable, but you can make out the word madam on it. There's a shop with a lot of broken and shattered glass and ornamental leaves and a sign that says "Powder, I hardly knew her," and with quotes. And then there's another one that just says "Bar." And oddly enough, the one that just says "Bar," the building, almost completely intact.
Oh, well, it's well constructed. It's, I don't see any of my friends.
No, you are all by yourself.
Oh, darn, I'll have to go to the bar. Maybe have a pint.
Oh, shucks.
Wait for this whole thing to blow over.
I love that idea.
Thank you.
So you walk over to the bar, hop down from your tree, nimbly bimbly like a cat.
Yeah.
You open the door and you hear the clink clink of a bell. The colors in this place are vibrant. And the interior is almost brand new. There are circular tables off to the left. Each of them have their own little lamp on them that is lit.
Oh.
And behind the bar, in a green velvet jacket, black pants, and a bright white shirt, there is a man. And he's got a name tag that says Lloyd. And he looks at you and he says, "What'll it be, sir?"
I sidle up to the bar. I sit down. How are the bar stools? Comfortable?
They are uncannily comfortable.
I wiggle. Is there a bowl of peanuts, perhaps?
There is not a bowl of peanuts. There is a bowl of caviar.
I take a little spoon. I don't dip it in caviar because that's gross. It's not my favorite. And I say, a gin and tonic with lime, please.
Very good, sir. And he goes behind the bar, clinky clinkies, making you a G&T. Gives it a little swirl. Squeeze a little lime along the rim, and he passes it to you. What brings you to our fair city, sir?
I heard there was a wizard here.
The Wizard of Boggs.
That's the one.
And you have business with him today?
Today? Not specifically. We were in the neighborhood. We thought we'd drop by. How's your day going, Lloyd? I drink the gin and tonic in 4 separate drinks, which I space out as long as I can, so about 3 minutes.
All right. He says, very good, sir. This is a wonderful job, and the proprietor of our business is gracious and good to his workers. Is there anything else I can get for you?
Yeah. Who owns this place? Who's the proprietor here?
Oh, if you'd like, I could show you to his table. And as you turn your head, now all of those tables are full of people in fancy 1920s attire, mostly bright greens. And you see that these are all gambling tables. They're nice. People with shirts, black vests, ties, handing out, dealing cards. And Lloyd will point you over to the farthest table, and in a bright green suit with a broad-brimmed hat and a big cigar in his mouth, you see someone you recognize as an older version of the wizard who gave your dad his power. He's sitting at a table with an older Winky Man and an older Gillikin, both wearing suits in their country's colors. And he waves you over as you make eye contact. Another drink, sir? Says Lloyd.
Yeah, I'm still making eye contact, but I say, yeah, Lloyd, yeah. That would be great.
Another gin and tonic pops up in front of you.
Good. Hey, you don't think I could pretend I haven't been making eye contact for the past 7 seconds, do you think?
I don't believe so, sir.
I take out a Winky Buck, I throw it on the bar.
Very good, sir.
Very good, Lloyd. And then I get up and I go over. Yeah,
all right.
Of course, why wouldn't I? It'd be weird. Weird not to.
As you get there, the wizard motions to the free seat across from him. Have a seat, Cal.
I sure will, thank you. Oh, do I know the wizard's name?
No, he was only ever introduced as the wizard.
Why, thank you, the wizard.
Well, Cal, it seems like you've come a long way to meet me. Some might say back from the dead.
Well, some might say that they'd be wrong. That's what they would be.
Yes, obviously.
Well, yes, obviously. How have you been? Place looks nice.
Thanks. It'd be nicer if it wasn't all in your head, right?
Don't do this to me right now.
So, you've come to see me. What can I do for you, Cal? What do you ask of the wizard?
So my father.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember him.
No, yeah, he was good.
He was a good man. Good king. Not the best father.
No. You know who would have been a good king, though? And I
Yonan.
started to yeah.
Yonan was trained for this his whole life.
He was a good man.
He was.
Tough, but fair.
Cal?
Yeah?
I didn't ask about your father, and I didn't ask about your brother. I asked about you. Why are you here?
You got magic, right?
Yes, I do.
Could you bring it back?
Sorry, Cal. Magic doesn't work that way.
Ugh.
And if I brought them back, they wouldn't be who you remembered.
Why? Okay. All right. What? 2 seconds. I drink half my drink and I go,
He snaps his fingers. Lloyd comes over. Another gin and tonic.
okay, great. No, yes. It would be great if this would work as alcohol does, but it doesn't because it's in my head.
If you think it does, it will.
I know, but now I can't because I already know. Isn't that weird?
It's a bummer, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Yeah. It was nice here, though. It was. Okay. Yeah, no. Gillikin country. It's not doing good. I know. I left. I'd
Well-
like to get there and make it better again.
Can you be more specific? I don't know. Do you just want passage to Gillikin country?
No.
I can do that for you.
Yeah, that's easy. I can
That's
walk.
easy. You could.
I have. It was wild when I was a child.
Yeah.
And times were bad.
Yeah, they were.
And my father was a great father, but he was a good leader. Yoden wasn't. No, he was just generally a good guy. He would have been a great king, but now there's just me.
So,
So I'd like to get it back for the Broadtooths.
get what back? I'm going to make you say it.
Can I make an insight check?
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you trying to insight?
I'm trying to insight what me saying it is this a deal? Am I like, is this like
Okay.
some Fae bullshit?
Okay, yeah. Give me that. Yeah.
No, not well. 9.
Ah.
I want to reestablish the Broadtooths as the rulers of the Gillikin country.
And who would lead the Broadtooths?
Well, ideally Yonin, but he's dead, so me.
So what you're asking is...
I'd like to be king, please.
There it is, Cal.
I drink the rest of the drink and pretend to believe that I think it works and it doesn't, but I really wish it would.
Yeah. And as you say the words, I want to be king, you vividly remember. It's not a flashback, it's just a memory.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
vividly
good, thank God.
remember the night of the flood. You're back against the entire Broadtooth army, protecting it from your countrymen behind you. This garbage assignment given to you by your dad because he was in a garbage mood that day. And it's been a week. And Bramblin runs up to you and he's like, "Hey, Cal. Marin, tall Marin, Garthen. I found a small tap house. It's like a mile away in a small town.
Oh boy.
No one's gonna miss us if we're gone for a day, right?
No, couldn't possibly. Look at the nothing we're doing.
It's so boring.
It could be less if we were at a tap house.
A little drunk.
What is it, like 6 miles?
Yeah, it's only a mile.
Oh, perfect. Let's go.
We could do that in 20 minutes, Garthen says.
Yeah, he's dead on.
You remember going to the tap house and you had a great night. And you woke up by yourself. The other guys had gone. And when you went to rejoin the army, there was nothing there but a huge lake that had not been there the night before. And you're back in this room with the wizard. So, Cal,
Yeah.
what about being king is appealing to you?
Well, the thing is that despite myself, I understand how it works generally. And what is it, the Clawfords?
Yes.
The nothings? That's the Clawford's got it now?
Well, yeah, I think Spindy Clawford does have... Shut up, it was a good name.
No, it's great. I love it. I also hate it.
Yeah, Spindy Clawford has more power than when you left Gilligan country.
They're bad. They're not good. I don't like it. I don't want to be king. But I don't want anybody else to be king. More?
You know what? It's not the worst answer I've ever heard.
That's good. That's the best one I have.
Well, Cal, I have the power to grant you the throne of your father as wizard of this bog and this land of Oz. Unfortunately, in the last few years, the Clawfords have been instrumental in my war against the witches, so I would need something more in order to oust them. And since they are a wartime power, if there wasn't a war, there would be no need for them to be in power.
Yeah. So we're halfway there.
We are. And in this land of Oz, in these war times, nothing is given for nothing. So, if you can end the war, then you can be king.
One way or another, I pull out my handle on my hip.
Mm-hmm.
I pour some in my flask, because I know that's real.
Yep.
And I hand him the flask. And I say to, fulfilling partnerships.
And he takes a big swig, and he passes it back.
I check it. Is it the same level of full as when I had it before?
It is not.
Can I try one more time to see through this? Glamour?
Sure.
Illusion?
Yeah. Give me an investigation check.
Oh no, also bad.
Ah.
Oh, but not bad there. 18.
18 is not quite powerful enough to see through the illusion, to see what you're looking at, but you do see, like, the outline of the illusion. Like, basically, you can confirm to yourself that it is an illusion. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
And, Cal,
There.
why don't we make it a little more interesting?
Oh.
As Sean pulls out a deck of cards.
Yeah.
How about this?
Okay.
I will make you a bet.
Okay.
1 round of cards.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the stakes go.
Mm-hmm.
If I win, after you end the war, leave your friends in Gilligan country. Or not Gilligan, in Winky country. I'm not saying abandon them. I'm just saying, at this part of the deal, if you win, come back to me yourself. Separate from those guys. It'll be better for Gilligan country in the long run. And if you win, I'll tell you a secret. One that I promise you'll want to know.
Okay. So here I am, king of Gilligan country, in this finished scenario.
Yes.
You want me to ditch these guys in Winky country instead of taking them back with me?
Yeah, I do. At that point...
What do you think of Terry?
Sorry, I can't answer that yet. I'm kind of talking to Terry right now, trying to figure that out.
Oh, look at you. It seems like your attention's split several ways here.
Well, I don't like to brag.
What's your game?
Poker.
Okay. 5 cards?
What we're going to do, because it's Oz, right? It's going to
Yeah.
be a little different.
Okay.
And I want it to be a little more dramatic.
All right.
So we're going to do a combination of Hold'em and Draw.
Okay.
So we're each going to get 4 cards. And there's a special type of Hold'em. I forget what it's called. But like you get 4 cards in your hand, but you can only use 2 of them.
Okay.
Like the other 2 are basically useless.
Sure.
So we're going to do that. And then after the flop, we will get a chance to exchange. After the river, a chance to exchange.
Okay.
1 card
All right.
into the deck. You ready?
Cool. Yeah, absolutely. A secret. A good one.
I promise it'll be something you want to know.
Can I make one last insight check?
Yeah.
Couldn't possibly believe him. Except I do with a 10.
Yeah.
You're gonna 12.
You're gonna want to know this.
I always take the mystery box. Let's go.
Let's do it.
All right. I'll burn one, as we do.
It's a 3.
A king and a king.
3 and 2 kings.
King, how fitting.
How fitting indeed. The wizard slides 1 card over to you in exchange.
This is nice. It's been a while.
Just sitting down, 2 guys enjoying a drink and a few hands of cards.
Yep. I'm also going to exchange one. All right. We put a card. We flip a jack. Wonderful.
All right.
All right. Final
more.
card. Burn the last one. Here we go. I'm sweating bullets here, I'll tell you. We got a 5. On the board, we got 5 of diamonds, jack of clubs, 3 of spades, king of hearts, and king of spades.
Let's see your cards, Cal.
2 for my hand, you say?
Just 2.
All right.
To make the best 5 card hand.
Got a full house. Kings and jacks.
Oh! 3 of a kind, ace high.
Oh!
And he leans in real close. He waves you over.
Oh, I lead in real close. Big toothy smile.
And he whispers into your ear, Yonin's not dead. And I'm going to need you to bring Celine in, because Cal reappears in the town square.
Floored. Okay. Yep, I'll go get her.
Thanks!
Yeah.
Hello, Celine.
Hello, Sean.
How are you?
Scared and anxious?
Don't be.
Okay.
Nothing bad will happen.
Sure. Nothing at all when you separate us.
So, Sonny,
Yeah.
you appear at the top of the staircase that you were looking at, right up next to the big-ass maple tree.
Oh?
You see about 50 feet away from you, on the other side of that tree, in kind of a throne, is an old man.
Can I see, like, through the base of the tree?
No. You see, like, around the base of the tree.
Oh,
on the other side,
okay.
you see a dude. A green, thick, woodsy cloak, almost like mossy, hood up so it shadows his face. You can see a long white beard kind of coming down from underneath the hood. Even though you can't see his eyes, it feels like he's staring at you, and you get that like uncomfortable, almost like itchy feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And next to you, a little higher than where you are, you hear a very pleasant voice, and it's a young man's voice, and he says, hello, Sonny Crowley. And next to you, there is a centaur in his late 20s, horse bottom half, human top half. His horse half seems to shift colors and hues as you look at it, and after a second, it almost perfectly camouflages with the mottled woods behind him, and it's hard to see when he stands perfectly still. He has pink, pale skin, a neatly trimmed red beard, and a shaved head. He's wearing a flowy white frilly shirt that shows off his, like, he's got, like, nice pecs, so he has, like, that man cleavage.
Ooh.
And he looks at you, and he says, the old guy's a little disconcerting. Why don't we take a walk? You wanna ride? And he motions to his back.
Where'd you come from?
I've been here for a while. Been here for years.
Oh, what's your name?
Sorry, it's been so long since someone asked me my name.
Oh, well, you know mine, so it seems polite to ask.
It's Phineas.
Hi, Phineas.
Hi, Sonny. It's really nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you, too. Is that the wizard over there?
It is. He's a bit grouchy, and he's a little shaky when it comes to matters of security. He can hear us perfectly magically, and he's relaying anything that he wants me to tell you in my brain.
Hello, wizard.
He says hello, and he asks that you speak with his consigliere, which is me.
Oh. Well, I've got a bone to pick with him.
Yeah, let's walk and talk.
Okay.
I'll try and help you as much as I can.
Sure.
So you start to
can I
head down the stairs. Yeah, what's up?
No, he offered me a ride.
Oh, yeah, he'll offer you his hand and, like, pick you up and put
Cool.
you on his back.
I'm very late.
Yeah, you are. And so you start, and it's a nice view. Like,
Yeah.
you're up a little bit. You're doing that rock that horses kind of give. It's really soothing. It's pleasant. It's very pleasant. And he says, well, Sonny, where would you like to start? We could start with why you're here, or you could start with what your bone to pick with the wizard. Which would you
Oh,
prefer?
I'll start with my bone because
All right.
that's what's pressing on me right now.
All right, you got a bone pressing.
He's made a decree that has made teaching illegal.
Yeah, I mean, most forms of education, yeah.
Yeah, my dad is a professor, and now he's being held somewhere far, far away in a detention facility for merely trying to share his love of books and things with kids, and that doesn't seem right to me.
Yeah, I totally understand where you're coming from, Sonny. And in your shoes with being a family member, I would feel the same way. But this has been a law for a while. It's been a couple years. And just because you don't agree with a law doesn't mean that you're exempt from it.
But why is that the law?
Well, a couple years ago, the wizard felt that some of the resources being utilized to enrich the lives of our youngest citizens was taking away. We were losing the war. And
How does school translate to war?
it's less the actual school and more of the focus, the attention, the people that are using that, when honestly he felt that the war would be over faster if we all pitched in. And this takes focus away from things that don't help citizens' everyday lives. If you think about something like indoor plumbing or carpentry or blacksmithing, we need those things every day. And so that's where the wizard thought to put his educational focus. Rather on younger kids for things like reading and philosophy and history, focus on the older kids who can help their community. And again, this is just a temporary measure for until the war is over, which we hope. And I mean, with the help of your friend Delores, we're almost there. Your dad might not even get there if we're lucky. By the time he gets to where he's going, he might be released because of the end of the war.
All right, all I'm going to say, the last thing I'll say on this subject.
Sure. No, I'd like to hear what you have to say.
Is my dad's a crow.
Yeah, I know.
He's not exactly the person who's going to be doing carpentry or plumbing or any of that. So taking away the teachers or the resources to teach younger kids to then focus the attention on more practical skills, there are still plenty of people who can give their attention to the younger kids. So why not enrich every citizen's life?
Sonny, and he smiles. You're talking about a very specific example. And while you're right in this specific example, not all teachers are crows, and a lot of them can be helping elsewhere. And I understand where you're coming from. And if it was something where we could make an exception, I would ask the wizard too. But that's not how laws work. And we can't make an exception. It's not like, because that
I don't know much about laws, so
I know you're still very new to this world.
yeah.
So yeah, sometimes things happen that aren't fair and that they're wrong, but that's still the way the world works, and it sucks, but that's life.
Yeah.
And now that you're amongst the living, you got to kind of deal with that, buddy.
Harumph.
Okay, well, we've talked about what was bothering you. Let's talk about something happier. Why are you here? What are you hoping for?
Oh, I'm looking for a brain.
For a brain, you said.
Well, again, when I woke up, there was a message left for me that said, "Find your brain."
Oh, a message left by whom?
I don't know.
Okay, and you trust this person?
I don't know.
Okay, but you're still doing what they suggested.
It's the only thing I know.
Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense from where you're coming from.
It's the only purpose I really have right now.
Have you gotten any clues to your brain?
Well, it was worked out that I should follow my mind to find my brain. That I would be able to sense when I was getting near.
That sounds very convenient, but nothing else to go on.
No,
So you just got to keep moving around until you feel a feeling.
basically.
Okay. That's a fine goal to work for, and I'm sure the wizard could help narrow down where your brain is. But let me ask you this. I have 2 questions.
Mm-hmm.
The first one is, what happens when you find your brain?
I don't know. Maybe I'll know where I came from. Or why I'm here. Why I am.
Sonny, you know what's really funny? A lot of people born feel the same way. They want to know why they're here and what their purpose is and what they're doing. And the only difference is that you actually have a chance to find those answers. But forgive me for saying it. Without some kind of help, it looks like it's a pretty lost cause, right?
What, me finding a brain?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say it's impossible, but you don't have a lot to go on. You don't have a lot of direction. So, just a hypothetical, we're just talking. We're just friends talking.
Mm-hmm.
What would you do if you never found it? What's your next step? What does Sonny want?
I don't know. I've never really thought about it.
All right.
If I never found a brain, I guess I would just... Well, I have a dad.
Mm-hmm.
And I have friends.
That's great.
So I guess I would just do whatever I could do to, I don't know, help the people around me and help them towards what they need.
He gets a big smile on his face. He's like, that's a great answer, Sonny. But the reason you're here, you want help finding your brain, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that is something that is probably within the wizard's power.
Great.
There is the war to consider, though. That is where our focus is. We're all trying to pitch in the war effort, which you know from everything that happened with your father. Again, I'm sorry about that.
Mm-hmm.
So, in order to free up the resources that the wizard would need to help you,
Like magical resources?
magical resources, focus. This might take some time because you don't have a lot to go on, so he would be searching the entire planet, and that only works like section by section. So this could be a process. So if there wasn't a war for him to focus on, then he would be able to help you.
Interesting.
And it seems that your friend, Delores, has already...
Oh, she's great.
She seems great. She has already taken out one witch.
She has.
So it seems to me that all you have to do to free your dad and to find your brain is take care of the one remaining witch.
Well, I mean, as we've learned on my journey thus far, I really don't have that many qualms about killing someone.
That works out well in this particular scenario.
So if we help the wizard get rid of the Wicked Witch of the East... West.
You already did the East. And he holds
We did.
his hand backwards for a high five.
I give him one. Question.
Yeah, what's up?
Once we take out the witch,
Mm-hmm.
the only people left in power are Linda and the wizard.
Well, that's not entirely true. I've been being trained as his ward for the last 10 years. I've been in the wizard service.
Oh.
So once the witches are taken care of, I believe I would step up into a more formal mayoral or wizardly position and get to take on a ward of my own and help
So
train the next generation.
what happens to the East and the West and the North, who don't have figures with wards right now?
Well, as of right now, there's a ruler up in Gillikin country who does the wizard's, executes the wizard's will. We're a couple wards short, so the Munchkin land is still a question about what we're gonna do. But Glinda's safe in the south. I will either take the east or the west after the war, and the north is already taken care of. So yeah, we don't know. We don't have a solid plan for all of the lands after this, but who knows? War also, it's an unfortunate truth. War is opportunity for a lot of people. So I guess we'll see who comes out on top.
Stepping out of this for just a hot second.
Yeah, just Celine talking to Sean.
Celine talking to Sean.
Gotcha.
The war between the wizard witch and the other two witches happened because the other two witches wanted more power?
They tried to assassinate the wizard. More information than that isn't publicly available, so Sonny wouldn't know.
Okay.
But you would know that they came to the Emerald City to try and kill the wizard.
During a time of peace.
Yes.
Blah, 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 blah. Back in.
We're back in.
Question.
Yeah.
This whole war that we're in right now it happened because they were trying to assassinate the wizard during a time of peace.
Yep. That's, yeah.
Do we know any reason as to why or what the motivation might have been?
Yeah. I can tell you, but do you mind trying to keep it between us? I mean, you can tell your companions. It's not a good look publicly, so we don't want it to get out.
Okay.
If that's okay?
Yeah.
The wizard isn't from this world. He came here from another land.
Like Delores.
A lot like Delores. And the witches weren't comfortable with with a foreigner, as they said, holding so much power in their land. So they tried to take the power back.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess, do we have a deal?
I suppose so. I mean, I'll have to check in with my companions and see how they're feeling. But as long as everybody's on the same page about it, I don't see the trouble in that deal right now.
So, do you want to do a contingent shake on it, assuming that the rest of your group is in too?
Yeah.
All right. He holds out his hand, or I guess holds back his hand. You guys
I shake it.
and as you clasp hands, you are back in the square. And can you send in the next person?
Yes, I can.
Thank you. All right, so Terry, you appear
Yes, stranger.
in a copse of trees. The roots are so close here that they make a new floor above the water. And off over a hill, somewhere off to the left, you hear a slow and monotonous thudding. And it sounds like the chopping of wood. And there's something about the chopping of this particular type of wood, or this particular woodsman, that sounds familiar to you.
And anything else, dude?
That's it for me.
That's it.
Yep.
Can I make a history check to
Sure.
see if it's anybody in my history?
Yeah, absolutely. Give yourself advantage. I give Delores advantage on her own family history check.
That is going to be a 15.
With a 15, you're pretty sure it sounds like your dad's annoying, slow wood chopping.
Friggin' guy never knew how to chop wood a day in his life. I go after him.
As you crest the hill, you see your dad. He's about a head shorter than you. Similar hair, like the choppy Edward
Unkempt.
Scissorhands hair,
Yeah.
but it is stark white. He's got more like round-ish features than Terry's angular one, and he's got red skin. He's a quadling. You take more after your mom, who's a winky, tall, angular. You grew up in quadling country, and before the war, after the big spat with your dad, that is when you moved to Munchkin Land. So you see your dad very slowly and deliberately put down a section of log, grab his axe, slowly lift it, split. What do you do?
I know this isn't real.
Okay,
I know I'm not where I am right now.
cool.
But Dad, if you don't pick up the pace chopping that wood, I swear to God, Dad.
As you start building up that head of Terry anger steam, your arms unconsciously start to move in like your anger. And as you do, there is a shrill, and you look and all the humidity has started your shoulder rusting already. And your dad looks up, He sees you and he says, "Hello, son. Looks like you could use a little bit of oil," he says as he wipes his hands on a cloth. "Luckily, I got some on me." And he kicks over a log to make a stool, and he motions for you to sit.
Can I make an Arcana check?
Sure. Are you looking for something in particular?
Specifically, I don't know what would be the best, but I'm trying to figure out the intention of whatever this apparition is being, controlling it, whatever.
Okay.
That's my ultimate intention, because like if I sit on that stool, I feel like I'm going to be in danger.
Cool. In that case, give me an insight check. Because you're trying to get the motive of this person.
Cool. That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You'd guess that this being is just trying to get to the truth and has shown you a form that you would guess this part. Like, trying to get to the truth is probably the main motivation. Mm-hmm. And this form is probably to get you off your guard so it's harder for you to lie. The shock of seeing your dad after so many years. They're hoping that that kind of messes with you a little bit, gets you on your back foot so they can gain an upper hand.
Feeling incredibly uncomfortable about this situation, Terry takes a seat.
All right.
Stump.
Well, son?
Well, Dad.
What happened to the arms? And Terry, you are taken back. It's not a flashback. It's just a memory. You are taken back to that day that you opened Nick.
Oh, shit.
And you said to him, "There is a sweet hickory outside." So you bust down the door. You run up really excited. You bring Nick up for your first ever swing. And as you hit the crest of your backstroke, I don't know if that's called, but you know what I'm saying.
No.
He slips out of your hand. And you're looking forward. You're looking at your target. You do not move your eyes from the log until it's 2 logs. And you just feel a sharp pain in your shoulder. And you lose feeling in your arm. And then your other shoulder. And then you lose balance as one of your legs gives way and you fall. And your other leg goes numb. And you look down and you see next to you your 4 limbs. And you scream. And the blood starts to gurgle. And you hear the voice of Nick just going like, "Oh my God. Oh my God. I didn't mean to do it. Why did you do this to me? Somebody help. Why?" And as Nick and you are yelling right before you pass out, you hear, "What is all the commotion? Are you trying to walk cart? It's by, oh God. Oh no, this is bleeding, man. Listen, boy, you stay right there. I fix you up good. Oh shit, he's dead. Oh no, he's not." And you're back.
Why are you haunting me like this? Why?
It doesn't have to be this way if you prefer.
What do you mean?
I just thought a familiar face would be comforting.
Take me somewhere else. Take me anywhere else. I don't want to talk to you.
All right. And in a flash, you are at a bar, sitting on a stool, and it is a very homey wood walls, wooden stools, warm campfire. You can smell what's like a stew. Like some inns have a never-ending stew. You smell that like warm, earthy tones emanating. Much more what you're used to. Sitting next to you at the bar, very awkwardly, you see a centaur. His back half is...
I was gonna say, how does a centaur sit?
Yeah. His back half is modeled and changes colors. So basically, his stool is basically just his butt legs are sitting. Like his front legs are still standing up, but his butt legs are on a stool.
Okay.
After a second, you see that all of his like fur matches whatever is behind it, so it becomes almost invisible. And he is just like he's a quadling guy, red skin, pretty muscular, bald head, red beard. He holds a pint over to you. It's like, beer.
I take the beer.
Cheers.
Can I make Arcana check to see, or I'm sorry, an investigation check to see if there's anything like I can tell about this drink that's off?
Cool. Yeah, go for it.
That's a 10.
That's 10. Looks fine.
I take it. I cheers the centaur,
Mhm.
and I take a drink.
He also takes a drink. Sorry about that, Terry. Didn't think that would be that dramatic. Again, this is the whole thing when your boss is paranoid about getting assassinated again, so he does all these elaborate security measures. It's a whole thing, and I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Why did you make me talk to my dad again?
Honestly, it never usually goes that bad. Dad's usually a safe bet. But we're learning. Everyone's learning every day, and I think that's what I'm going to focus on here. I learned not to surprise people with their dads. Look at that.
So I'm your pet project that you were learning things about now?
No, you're a big mistake that I'm learning things from, so it's not a pointless mistake.
Terry does the calculations in his head. Pointless mistake. Oh, okay. That's a good thing that you're saying that. Okay. All right.
I'm certainly trying, bud.
What do you want from me?
Oh, actually, I'm trying to find out what you want from us. You came here to see the wizard. What can we do for you?
Are you the wizard specifically?
No. My name's Phineas. I am his ward.
What I want, nothing more, is to be with my love again.
Aw, your love.
Be with my Shabira.
Did you say Shabira?
Yes, I did.
The former ward of the Wicked Witch of the East?
I did.
That
Yes.
Shabira?
Yeah, that's my love. She was sent away from me by that awful itch Jezebel. That's right, I said itch, but I wanted there to be a B in front of it.
You could just say bitch.
She's a bitch. She's a total bitch, and I totally hate her. And she took her away from me, and I've been alone ever since, except for my friend Frank. That I'm not gonna go into my. I just met you, Centaur man.
Yeah, that's fair.
I take another big drink from the. I'm very worked up.
Yeah,
right
you
now.
are, and it feels, and it's your throat is getting dry in your anger, so you're starting the beer really helps, makes you a little more calm, able to keep talking, and he's like, "Well, could you tell me about her? I've heard a lot about her. I've never met her. What's she like? What do you like about her? What does she like about you?"
Well, when I first met her, of course, I was struck by her beauty.
Obviously.
Her long curly hair, her beautiful eyes framed perfectly by round wire-rimmed glasses. But over the course of the year that I had with her, it was her kindness I fell in love with.
Aw.
But even more so than that, her confidence is what I admired the most. She was never afraid to be herself. And ironically, I felt that was the thing she was least confident in, herself. It was almost as if she didn't know she was beautiful. Cue One Direction joke. Of course, we all have our flaws. Lady couldn't chop a piece of wood to save her life, and I'm going to tell you that right now.
That stays between you and me, buddy.
But she never failed to be herself. And that bred confidence in myself. Confidence that if this beautiful person could find happiness with me, well, maybe life isn't so bad after all. And maybe I had something to offer.
That's beautiful, Terry. I'm genuinely envious of the love that it sounds like you found with your Shabira. And if all you want is to find her, that can easily be arranged. But it might be an answer you don't like, if I'm being honest. But before we get to that, what? I mean, we could get to that first, if you'd like.
You don't just throw something like that out there in the water and then expect the fish not to bite, bud. What are you doing here?
That's fair.
This?
I don't talk to a lot of people. It's just me and the wizard, and he's kind of a chore. Yeah, she is still a ward of Jezebel now.
At the name, the rage starts to build in Terry a little bit more. It's like, she sent her to the west to be the ward of one of the most evil itches. That's right, I said itch. I'm saying it now, bitch. She's a total bitch, that Jezebel, and I know it. I know it about her.
Yeah, she did that. They were really close. They were sisters, so it kind of makes sense in her own way to send her to, in Jennabel's own way to send Shabira to her sister. It makes a kind of sense, right?
Haunt me no longer. How do I find her? Where can I find her?
Okay. She is at the palace in the center of Winky Country, where Jezebel is and commands her armies in rebellion. What we can do here to help you, because, everything is going towards the war effort. If you were able to rescue Shabira, it's funny, I'm currently having a similar conversation with one of your other friends, there's a power vacuum in Oz. There are 4 lands and not enough people to lead them. So if you were able to save Shabira from Jezebel, then after the war, she is the most obvious choice to rule Winky Country. So that's something that we can do for you and for her, if that's something that you would like.
And why should I believe anything that you have to say to me?
I don't want to sound like a dick. What's your other option? I told you where she is. Anyone else got you that?
My entire life, I've been told what to do and how to do it.
Same. I'm the ward of this guy. And he thumbs over his shoulder to fucking something.
The only thing I was never told I had to do
was fall in love. Was that it? Were you going to say fall in love? Sorry, you do it.
Well, yeah, I was gonna.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
Like I want to say it. Like,
okay, we'll take it back.
The only thing, it feels inauthentic at this point. You know what? Yeah, fine, nigga, cool.
I'm so sorry.
You really got my nuts in a salad shooter here, so I guess...
That's a lovely expression. I'm going to start saying that.
Can I speak to the wizard before I agree to this?
Ooh, sorry, man. This is as close as you're going to get. The wizard, after he was had his 2 closest companions, the witches, tried to assassinate him in the middle of a meeting. He doesn't like to meet with people anymore. That's why he sends me out here. But he's listening to everything we're saying, and he can talk to me through my mind. So if you have a question, I can answer it for you.
Can I make an insight check into the character of the wizard? Like, is he trustworthy? Like, is there any reason at all that I should believe he's going to deliver what he is promising me?
You're not gonna have to roll for this. You have never heard of the wizard doing something other than he said. Like, the wizard isn't known for lying. He's known for mystery, and he does take audiences with people, and occasionally he does grant wishes. But you've never heard a story of the wizard going back on his word. But he is a politician. So, what I'll say you can surmise is he is telling you to do something in his best interest. But that doesn't mean that it's necessarily not also in your best interest.
I finished the rest of the beer.
Mm-hmm.
Very well. I will do as you say.
So, we have a deal?
We have a deal. Holds out a hand. Yep.
And after the shake, he finishes his beer. And he's like, listen, this is off duty. Wizard's not listening anymore. It's just you and me. And this has nothing to do with the deal. I'm just personally curious after the really moving story you just told about Shabira is, what's your plan when you guys meet back up? I mean, it's been a couple of years. She's been in Winky Country. You don't know what her life's been like. You don't know what she's like. She might have changed. What's your plan when you see her?
I think when I see her, I will know exactly what to do in that moment.
So you have no idea is what you're saying?
Yeah, pretty much. I have
Cool.
no idea.
No.
Pretty
Honestly,
much, I have no idea.
You've gotten this far going by the seat of your pants, so I think it's a good plan.
I'm probably gonna wrap her up and give her a big old smooch. A big old smooch, because I miss her smooches, dude. She was so good at smooching?
Dude, love smooches.
Oh God, the best
Hypothetically.
smooches.
I've been here with the Wizards.
Yeah, you know.
But like,
you don't know
actually,
what I'm
that's
talking about.
great for you. Very genuinely, I wish the best for you, Terry.
Thank you, Phineas. Was it?
Probably. And then you appear back in the square. And would you please send Brooke down?
Oh, for fuck's sake!
All right. Dolores,
Yeah.
you appear in thigh-deep water. Luckily, the silver shit kickers changed into waders before.
Silver?
Silver waders.
Amazing.
Fashionable and dry. You're surrounded by water, and you see some walls across the way. Give me a perception check.
9.
There is a eel about 100 feet away, and you can't tell, but it looks huge. Like, you can't tell exactly how big it is, but the dorsal fin kind of poking out has got to be at least 20 feet long.
Brooke, the character, the person playing this character, is terrified of the water and fish. This is terrifying.
Eels are fucking terrifying.
What is it doing?
It seems to be circling you.
That is not fantastic. You said there's a wall?
There is.
Just one?
There are a couple walls. As you look around, you see about 20 feet away, there is a building that is still a little intact. It has a staircase going up, the remnants of a door. At least it would get you onto dry land.
I'm going to calmly walk towards the steps.
Sweet. So yes, you are able to get up the stairs.
Holy shit.
Do you go inside the building?
What does it look like again? Am I on the steps?
You're on the steps. You look inside. It looks like it was some kind of restaurant. One of the ceiling is missing. The back wall is missing. But you see some tables, some chairs. There's definitely like a back space where food would be prepared. And there's something like shiny that kind of catches your eye in there.
Is the eel still like looking at me?
The eel is under the water. He is a little bit closer.
Oh, I go.
Okay, cool. So you push the door open, and suddenly there is a cling, 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 cling. And you look around, and everything you see has gone sepia tone.
Oh.
And you are in a bustling 1950s diner. You are in a gingham dress, frilly apron, little paper hat on, Tito's right next to you. Coming up to you with a big cup of coffee in one hand and a big plate of bacon in the other. You see Winnie.
No way. I knew it. Oh.
And Winnie goes, "Doll, you're on time for once."
Oh, man.
Oh, wonderful. Here's your coffee. I got this plate of bacon for Tito. She gives him little scritches, puts the plate down. Listen, it's great that you're early. Mr. Harrison just walked in. You need to go to the back and get his toast. And he has to talk to you.
Oh, Mr. Harrison has to talk to me?
Yeah, he asked Gary if he could talk to you for a quick minute.
Okay. Am I aware that this is like a vision? Like, am I aware that I just stepped out of a swamp?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so I'm not fooled by
No.
okay. Oh man. Okay.
So quick, I'll look after Tito, okay?
I go and I get his toast.
All
no,
right.
I don't. I get different toast, not his usual toast.
Okay, so you walk in the back and you see Gary on top of the flat top, just like, working furiously, like scrambling eggs and flipping burgers. Make me a perception check.
24.
You definitely see that you look over at Gary and he has the bottom half of a horse. And it is kind of like mottled and his fur is shifting to blend in behind him. And then you kind of like look away, you do a double take, and when you look back, his legs are normal again.
Can I roll something? I don't know what I would roll here.
Yeah, what are you trying to find
I
out?
don't know. It feels stupid to roll detect magic because, like, obviously.
You don't have to roll detect magic. You definitely, like, all of this is magic.
Can I roll an insight check? Is he, like, evil? Like, what's
Sure,
happening
yeah.
here? 18?
18. You would sense, I'm going to say, through like your new magical abilities, that was like a crackle in the spell, like a break in the spell, but it is not nefarious. It was more of like a magic whoopsie doodle.
I do not talk to Gary.
All right. So you go get Mr. Harrison's toast tower, or you get a different toast tower.
Yeah, I get different toast.
His toast is 2 slices of white toast, 2 slices of French toast, 2 slices of wheat toast, with honey and butter on it.
That sounds good.
That's what he gets, because he says toast is too dry, but French toast is too rich.
Oh my god. Okay.
So that's 6. So what do you grab that isn't his toast?
I grab 2 slices of white bread.
Okay. Ooh, just bread.
Buttered.
Okay.
Toasted, yeah.
Okay, toast.
But just the most uninspired, cut into triangles, what you would expect from a shitty diner.
Cool.
When you order toast. Not what you want, but what you actually get.
Gotcha. Awesome. So you walk over, you grab the toast, you go over to Mr. Harrison's booth, and you're expecting to see like this short, plump man in like a loud red, well, I guess because it's sepia tone, you expect brown, sports coat and like loud checked pants, but that's not who's sitting in the booth.
Oh, then I guess this toast fake out was useless.
Well, yeah, I didn't want to yuck your yum, as they say. You see an older man in a pinstripe suit, a bowler hat, and he has a bright green pocket square. He's got a close-cropped white beard with a big smile on his face. Dolores, please have a seat. We have a lot to discuss. Winifred, could you please bring my friend some eggs? Milkshake? What would you like?
Coffee.
You have a cup of coffee in your hand. A second cup of coffee, Winifred. And she goes, oh, sure, doll. I'll be right back. In an Earl Grey for myself. Dolores, I've waited so long to meet you.
I am absolutely uncomfortable. I'm rolling an insight check.
Sure.
I'm uncomfortable. 17. No, wait. 18.
He seems genuine and very excited to meet you.
I'm uncomfortable.
When he says, please, call me Uncle Jackson. How is my dear sister? She was so young when I left.
Can I roll a history check?
Sure.
12.
Roll it with advantage because you're trying to remember your own personal family history.
14.
Jackson was your mother's brother. He vanished when she was very young.
In the plane, right? I saw that.
In the wingsuit. You saw that.
The wingsuit. I saw that, right?
You saw that vision right before you were sucked into Oz.
I gotta, what's his name again?
Jackson.
I gotta admit, Jackson. This is a little weird. I don't know you.
Yeah.
I've never known you.
Yep.
I have no reason to believe that you are whoever you say you are right now.
Absolutely.
What do you want?
Honestly, I was hoping to get to know my niece a little bit. And you came to me. I wanted to help you with what you want.
No, I came to the wizard.
Yeah, that's me.
I get that now.
Cool. Right, girl? That's great.
I don't think I like him.
Fair.
I don't think I like him very much.
A lot of people don't like their uncles.
I don't know. He's not that he's like an important person in my life, but he's just been absent this whole time, and now he thinks he can just get to know me in another world.
Big shoulder shrug.
Okay, what do you want to know?
I'd love to hear how my sister's doing.
That's my mom, right?
Yep.
Honest to God, I don't know. I don't talk to her.
Oh, that's so sad.
I mean, I guess. Not for me.
It's sad that you don't see how sad that is. But, like, I know every family has its own stuff. Our family more than the most.
Why
is she happy?
I would say probably. She's living it up with Dave in Arizona.
Is Dave? Do you don't like Dave?
Dave?
Yeah, it sounds like you don't like Dave.
No, I can't remember my mom's name either, but I refer to them by their names.
Okay, Petunia.
Petunia
and Dave.
Yeah, no, she's living it up with Dave in Arizona.
Okay,
and I'm sure they're fine.
You're sure? So you're not very close. It sounds
No.
like. I don't want to push anybody. That's sad. That's sad for me. I was hoping better for her. I'm sorry. I interrupted. You sounded like you had some questions for me.
Yeah. What the hell is going on?
Well,
you're the wizard.
I am, yeah.
As your niece, can I talk candidly?
I would love that.
What
yeah.
the fuck, dude? Honestly.
You got to be more specific. That is such an open
with the
question.
school and no education.
That's not
I know you come from America, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure you're aware of what an actual, like, semi-established society looks like.
Yeah, absolutely.
What are you doing?
We were losing. We're at war. We were losing. I needed every person to help out so we wouldn't be all killed by the witch. And you're right. This is a dick move. I don't like that I'm doing this.
Okay, well, that's good, though.
Yeah. But,
at least.
okay, but I just... So my point of view was we were focusing on, enriching the lives of these younger kids. And that's great. And I love that. And I want that to be the land of Oz once I'm done with this war. But we were losing. And we needed every person to help out with the war effort. So I didn't stop education. I shifted it to later in life to focus more on things that can help every community thrive. And as soon as this war is over, Delores, as soon as this war is over, I am going to reinstate education.
Well, the war seems to be going at least 50% better because I accidentally landed on top of one of your major enemies.
You did. And
you're welcome.
I couldn't be more grateful. I will help you in any way that I can. What can I do for you?
I honestly don't know.
Wow, that is the only answer I did not expect.
I actually have no idea what to ask for from you. What do you mean you'll give me anything I want?
Well, anything that's in my power. I'm not omnipotent, but I'm pretty dope.
Well, shit. I guess I came here with the intention of filing an insurance claim.
Yeah.
In that instance in the beginning there, because I mean, like, not everyone really thinks they're about to drop into another dimension every day.
Yeah. Most people don't.
So I was just following the standard procedure.
Cool.
And then along the journey, I was like, man, I don't know. Do I really want to go home? I don't talk to my parents. I don't have a house or an apartment. I don't really have any friends. There's not really anything for me to come back to.
Winnie drops off a second cup of coffee.
And then I walked in here and I saw Winnie and I was kind of sad,
She seems like a wonderful waitress.
I mean, she's more than a waitress.
It's the only context I've ever met her in. I'm just trying to give her respect for what I've seen.
I don't know if I'd call her my friend. I don't know if I'd call her my mom. She kind of feels like the only person I have in my life. So again, when I think, what would I really be going back to? Is one person worth it? I don't know, because on the flip side, what am I doing here? I've made some friends, but like they're just conditionally my friends to get their own stuff at the end of the day. Or at least that's how it started, just like how I only really came here for my insurance claim and I didn't have to do any of this stuff on the way. Yeah. I didn't have to care. God damn it. Yet here I am.
Yeah, this place kind of has a way of doing that to you. You start to care a lot more than you expected. All right, that's... What did your mom tell you about our family history? And at this point, we're going to do a memory. It's not a flashback.
Okay.
It's not a flashback. It's just a memory.
Uh-huh.
You have a vivid memory of a conversation you had with Dave. And you were about 16.
Mm-hmm.
Your art show had just come down from your local high school. And your mom never went to see it. And you're pissed. Dave comes in. Delores, honey. Is it okay if we talk real quick?
Not if mom comes in.
She's not coming.
Fine.
This is just you and me.
Fine.
Okay. Has your mom told you about the family history on her side?
No.
So you heard. Actually, you probably haven't heard. When your mom was real young, like 8 or 10, her brother vanished. And that's not really an uncommon thing for you guys. You have a family history of people just vanishing. And most of the time, they're never seen from again. And when they are, they're not the same. Your great aunt, Wendy, she didn't have a happy life. She lost her mind. she kept on talking about being in a different land and a magical place, and it really hurt. It ruined her. And I'm sorry to be the one to have to tell you this, but your mom is afraid the same thing's going to happen to you or her. And I think that's why she acts the way she does. And it's not okay. And I'm sorry. But she's scared.
So she doesn't spend time with me or actively be my mom because she's scared that someday I'm just not going to be here?
Yeah.
Doesn't that just happen when people's kids move out anyway?
It's different this way. Never hearing anything again, not knowing if they're alive or dead.
So what's the difference if I move out when I turn 18 and never talk to her again anyway? What's the difference?
You're right. Her fear isn't rational.
So she's just going to make it come true anyway. Because when I turn 18, I'm out. I'm gone. And I'm not going to call and talk to her because what's the point? She's got nothing to say. So
I can't argue with you. You're absolutely right. I guess I'm just asking if it wouldn't be too much trouble to just let her know you're alive every now and then. And I mean, I would like to know that too. And now you're back.
Damn, that's
in
so
the
emotional. Oh my God.
With your Uncle Jackson. Did your mom ever tell you about the family history?
Would the only time be in that voicemail that she left me randomly?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
What a bitch,
Yep.
dude. Once in a voicemail that I got from her maybe 5 minutes before my car rocketed through space. So.
Ooh, you came in a car?
I did.
Oh, that's awesome. I came in a wingsuit.
I don't feel like that's kind of more interesting.
Well, I didn't know that the magic worked with a whole vehicle. It's yeah, I mean, we're both learning here. That's fun.
Did you do that?
Did I do that? No.
Oh, so do you even know how
How what?
that happens?
Yeah, actually. So once I got here, I was able to use magic and some psilocybin mushrooms.
Nice.
And I was able to go back through our family history. And so, you know Merlin, right?
The wizard.
Yeah, the wizard Merlin.
He's real?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
He was originally from some realm of fantasy and magic and somehow got transported to Earth, to our world.
You'd think that after all I've seen in the last few days, that wouldn't surprise me as much as it does.
Yeah,
But it
I would
really
think that.
does.
Right, it's kind of a trip, and we're actually we're his ancestors.
What the? Oh my God.
Yeah, our whole family line is descended from Merlin. So when we vanish, we don't vanish, we just go elsewhere.
So why hasn't Mom vanished or gone anywhere weird?
It's basically, there needs to be a perfect storm.
Mm-hmm.
Magically, temporally, the world needs to be ready for us. It's almost like we're selected.
Wow.
And you were, for some reason, selected to come here.
I don't know what that means.
Neither do I. And I didn't when I was in your position when I first got here. But I did my best, and I made my way, and things kind of worked out.
I mean, you're kind of like king shit right now. So.
Kind of. And honestly, I would love to retire. I don't know if she told you, I was a soldier back in Earth. And I've been fighting wars here for so long. Once this war is over, I want to abdicate.
Where are you gonna go?
I hope to just, I mean, Quadland Country has some nice cities.
Why don't you just go home?
Don't go home.
Don't go home?
Don't go home.
Home. Like...
Don't go back to Earth.
I don't really like when people tell me what to do.
I'm sorry. I'm not giving you orders. I'm trying to help. We've only ever had 1 or 2 family members ever go back to Earth, and it's always ended badly.
What does that mean?
They are locked up in institutions. They have strange accidents within a year of going back, and they die.
Then why would you project this vision of like the only place where I've ever felt like people care about me to choose this as the place to talk to me? Why would you pick Winnie and Gary or whatever his name is in the back on the grill and pick this one place in the whole entire world to make this fake version of reality to talk to me in? Instead of just talking to me, I don't know, here, where you're wanting me to stay forever, apparently?
No. I didn't say you have to stay here. I just said you can't go home.
What does that mean?
There are countless worlds. If you wanted, you could travel the multiverse.
This is some heavy shit.
Yeah.
So I can go anywhere I want, but I can't go home.
You can go home. I just don't advise it. I think it'll end poorly.
How come if I go home, I can't choose to go somewhere else?
Remember the perfect storm I was talking about that got you here in the first place?
Mm-hmm.
It's never happened to someone twice. And as you know, there's no magic on Earth.
Is that what it is?
Yep.
So other worlds have magic?
Yep. Not all of them, but a lot of them.
So when you ask me what I want, what am I supposed to say?
You're not supposed to say anything. You came to me, Delores.
I didn't do yeah, I did. I don't know.
Well, I'm talking to your friends, and by the way, Sonny is saying some very nice things about you right now.
Aw. Wait, right now?
Yeah.
I don't want to get into it.
Cool. So they all have kind of goals in this world. You could help them out. And if you do, I will have the attention and the resources to send you to any world you'd like. Or give you a place to stay here.
What are you going to do? Like, are you going to go home?
No.
I feel like you should go home.
Like I said, it goes poorly for people. I'm just looking for a quiet retirement somewhere, a small farm, maybe a couple pigs. I would love to have a quiet life.
What if that's what I
once.
wished for?
For me to have a quiet life?
No, to go home.
I would send you home.
No, you.
If you wished for me to go home?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Well, you said you'd give me anything I wish for.
That's not giving you something. That's doing something to me.
Man, this is hard.
It is, isn't it? And you know what? You don't have to answer right now.
Oh, thank God.
If you want...
I didn't know I had such heavy questions weighing on me like
right?
this.
If you want, I can send you back to your friends right now. You can continue doing what you're doing. And then when you come back, after you accomplish their mission, we could talk about it then.
Did you give them wishes?
They all had requests of me, and I require things in return. So we've all struck a deal.
What deal?
They help me out, I help them out.
So why should I help you out if there's nothing that I really want right now?
I'd owe you a favor. And a favor from the Wizard of Boggs is never taken lightly.
But you're not going to be the Wizard of Boggs anymore.
I'll always be the Wizard of Boggs.
So who's in charge after?
Do you want to be?
What? Not really.
Right.
You're not making this out to be a very appealing job position.
Honestly, if I were to abdicate and your wish was not to take my place, my ward would take my place.
Who's your ward?
Phineas. You saw him in the back. He's the centaur. He's glamored to look like Gary to make you feel more comfortable.
Oh, I feel like that would really hurt his feelings if I took over your job.
Yeah, there are other lands that he could rule. Munchkin Land needs a sovereign.
I might think about sovereignhood.
Okay.
If I can't go home.
Yeah.
Though I'm not convinced about the not going home thing yet.
Honestly, Delores, you have no reason to trust me. There's nothing I can say to prove anything to you. And I swear, if you come back from their quest and request to go home, I'll send you.
So I can't request anything of you until I help them with their quests.
Right now, all my magical power and all of my focus is to the war effort. Mm-hmm. And the way you're saying it is absolutely right. I won't help you guys until you help me first. But I don't like the way that's phrased because it makes it sound like I'm being a dick. And I get it. I
mean, you admit you sound like a dick. It's kind of reassuring as opposed to trying not to sound like a dick when you're offering kind of a shitty deal.
It is. It's not a good deal. But it's the only one that I can offer you right now.
Well, what are we supposed to do? What do you want us to do? I don't understand.
End the war.
That is such an open-ended request. That could take forever.
No, it's not. You just have to kill one lady. One magical lady. And the war is over.
That feels easier said than done.
It is. She's the most protected lady in all of the land. But you and your friends are doing pretty well so far. and you've got a long road to travel, and I know you'll get stronger as you go. If you all put your, I was going to say brains, but I guess minds together, I think you got this.
I don't really have a choice, do I?
You always have a choice. You could go back the way you came. You never have to do anything. You can find a quiet life in Munchkin Land or Gillikin Country or Quadlin Country.
And help the war effort? No thanks.
You can
That sounds terrible.
It's not great. War sucks.
This is tough.
I'm gonna throw out this again. You don't have to decide right now.
I don't think I can.
That's fine. I don't want to pressure you. I don't want to rush you. You just met me today.
Yeah.
So if you decide to go through with the quest, and if you decide to come back afterwards, I will do whatever is in my magical ability to help.
Do we know what the quest is? Do we know where we go? Like,
Yeah, it's the palace in the center of Winky Country.
that's where she's in it.
Yeah. She's the sovereign. She lives there.
Can you see what's happening back on Earth? Damn, your magic's not that good.
Well, I can't do it right now. If I could take some time and
So I was gonna say, how do you know what Winnie and everybody in the diner looks like?
oh, I don't need to see Earth. I can see in your mind.
That's creepy.
It's not great. Yeah, I know.
All right, well,
I feel like the longer we
man.
talk and the more questions you ask me, the less comfortable you're gonna get.
I agree. I think that the best thing I can do right now,
Yeah, why don't we just call a big timeout on this?
I think we have to.
Yeah, and I will see you hopefully soon.
I guess I don't have a choice.
Again, you do have a choice. You could go back the way you came. I'm doing my best here.
Listen, I'm doing this for my friends, not for you.
Great. That makes a lot of sense, because they've been a lot nicer to you than I have.
They definitely have.
Yeah, you're a good judge of character, Delores. I can tell already.
Listen, I don't have a choice now, but I'll have a choice when we come back after I kill this other witch. So I guess I'll have time to figure it out.
That sounds like a deal to me.
Also, what's up with the eel? Why?
Oh, he lives here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's electric, so.
That was an intimidating start.
Oh, yeah, that whole thing. Yeah, hey, man, it's his swamp, too, am I right?
Fair enough, I suppose.
Yeah, but you really should watch out for him. He's hungry. And then back in the town square.
Jesus Christ.
Can you get the rest of the team, please?
I get why everyone was like, it was so emotional. I was like, what does that mean? That was emotional.
Did you get emotional
That was
too?
emotional.
Why? Everybody was emotional. Except for me.
You have no one to be emotional about.
I know.
I might have shed a single tear.
I wanted to, and I was like, I'm not crying over fake life. I won't do that.
All right.
I will later.
So I still have work to do. Gotcha.
I'm excited to listen to these when I edit later.
This has been immensely entertaining.
I'm glad. I hope the audience thinks so, too.
And I'm telling this to you, audience. This has been immensely entertaining for Justyn.
And I'm telling you this, audience, I refuse to cry over fake life, no matter how hard Sean is making this for me.
I'm just getting started.
I'm just happy to be here.
I'm just grateful for the
You pulled
opportunity.
on a very specific fear of my real life person self.
Oh, shit!
I
You
did
found
not,
the door! You found the door!
I did not
Into the
expect
real
that
house.
at all.
You found the door into the house.
So, you guys have now all reappeared together in this square. You all have different expressions than last you saw each other. You guys see a tall and regal-looking centaur who is very familiar to Terry and to Sonny, and whose bottom half is familiar to Delores, and whose top half is familiar to Cal. This is Lloyd, and this is Gary.
Oh.
And this is, for the other two, Phineas. So, guys, it seems like we have a deal. I will leave you in the war room, which is where the big war map is, so you guys can plan your next move, if that's all right with you.
I don't think anything is all right with any of us
I was gonna
anymore,
say.
but it doesn't
Wait,
seem like we have a
Did
choice,
we all make
do
the
we?
same deal?
Well, you all have the same goals.
I didn't make any deal. So, I don't know what you guys are talking about.
He gives you a knowing look, like, you know what you know. You know.
I think...
Are you...
Never mind. I sit down.
All
I
right.
pull out my handle of grain alcohol.
I pull out a handle of the grain alcohol from my
Can you
bag.
pour me a little nip of that, Cal?
We all get our own handles.
We're drinking.
And Phineas is like, I'll just bring the map room to you guys. I'll be right back.
You could, yeah.
And as you sit a little dumbstruck in your little circle drinking your grain alcohol, we close for episode 5. Legends Rerolled stars Justyn Trella, Celine Trella, Brooke Simone, Sean Dougherty, and Jake DiBlasi. Edited by Celine Trella and Sean Dougherty. Theme song by Ryan Logan. Score by Jake DiBlasi, Justyn Trella, and Kevin O'Leary. You can follow us at Instagram on Legends Rerolled or on Facebook at facebook.com/Legends Rerolled. The Trella clan is taking a little bit of a break for Labor Day, so the next episode will be out September 11th. Subscribe, follow, like, and be sure to pay your artists.
Butts
It's bouncing.
and cats and butts and cats and butts and cats and
Okay,
butts and cats and butts and cats and butts and cats and butts and cats and butts.